So glad that you are with us today. I am here to share with you what has to change as you grow fast. Because listen, it is moving fast when you've got multiple things going on in your business. So, my name is Kristen David, and if you're a busy business owner, you're going to want to stick around and listen to some of these hacks, some of these tips of what is going to need to change as you grow fast. For those that don't know me, I am an attorney by trade, but now run a successful coaching company where we help you build systems. We help you build up your team and empower them to allow them the opportunity to do amazing things for you so that you can thrive. You can be that CEO. You have time to work on that business plan. Question: how many of you have worked on that business plan this quarter? It is December, National Write a Business Plan Month. So pop on over to some of our free materials: how to write your first business plan, how to up level your business plan. We give you the tips and tricks in less than 60 minutes. And that right there is tip number one. Tip number one is you need a business plan. You need to know where you're going. You need to be able to say, okay, here is strategically what I want to accomplish in the next 24 months, in the next 12 months, right? These are elements you're going to want to have written down. That's what makes it real. But then the part most people miss is the tactical plan, putting in those milestones. So, this is tip number two if you want to grow fast and make sure the business grows equally, not just lots of clients and then no marketing, or lots of marketing and sales, but you don't have the team to manage the production. How many of you have felt that way? I know I have in my businesses. So, listen, tip one is get a business plan. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to say, in basic terms, how do you see this coming together? And then number two, we need to build out that tactical plan. That's what's going to let you put it on the calendar. That is such an important part. Dreams are just dreams until they get put on the calendar. So, if you want to grow fast and grow in a good, predictable fashion, we need to manage that timing. Because listen, otherwise you're going to tank your team and they can't support it. Or inversely, you're going to hire up all this team and then you're going to have a really high cost of labor and you're not going to be able to sustain that with the marketing and sales, right? The leads, the people just aren't coming in, and that's a problem. How many of you have been there? I know it's a journey. It's an up, it's a down. It's something we face too. I dealt with it in my law firm business. I sold that business. I then worked with business owners for a lot of years. And now with up leveling your business, we work with hundreds of different people. And sometimes they just need like a financial systems manual or an admin systems manual. Sometimes they need an entire hiring and onboarding revamp. Sometimes they just need to hire one position, like a billing clerk or a bookkeeper, right? Those are some of those key positions, I've got to tell you, which brings me to the next tip. And that is, you need to build out your financial team just as much as you have to build out that marketing team and the management team and the doing technical team, right? That financial team is going to tank itself. It's going to get upside down and not have time to be good money managers. Owners, you've got to get rid of that day-to-day manual little detail, but that doesn't mean you abdicate. So one of the key things with growth is that we often think, oh, great, I've got this human, I'm going to just hand it all over. That's a bad idea. You want to delegate with authority. You want to know that you're in the right place. And that means having clarity about a job description, having clarity about what are they going to do daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, having good KPIs so the person knows that they're growing and helping the business grow. That's what allows them to feel productive every week, to get excited about their job again. So listen, if you're not able to get all these things balanced yet, no judgment. I've been there. But that's where it takes back to that business plan. It takes you back to have a coach that can help you with the different things you need help with. I know many coaching companies, and listen, I've been there too, where I've used a lot of coaching companies, and They can be really great for singular areas. But what I couldn't find is one that would let me jump from the departments to department the way I wanted. If I just wanted to work with a marketing coach, what did I need to do? Oh, I had to sign another contract. I had to do this. I had to jump through hurdles. No, just make it easy for me. That's what I said as an entrepreneur. I just want to jump over and work with a marketing coach for like 2 phone calls and then jump out. Why is that a problem? And that's part of the beginnings of up leveling your business. Seeing that entrepreneurs need different help in different ways, but just because they need a little help doesn't mean they need a forever help, right? We want to empower you and your teams to not just train a human. We want to build the system. So when that human moves over to a different department and a different department, right? Or moves on, that system still works. So like your client happiness coordinator, that should be a whole program in your business. By the way, that's another tip. If you're growing fast, you've got to keep your thumb on the heartbeat of your clients. What do they want? What do they need? What are they loving? What are they hating? What do they want more of, right? We need a neutral person to reach out, touch base with them. And sometimes they're going to say, oh, I need X. And you can say, we can do that. We already do that. So lots of great opportunities there for you to jump in and help. But as you grow fast, you need different coaches at different times. Sometimes you need a sales coach, right? You just need to train up this one person. They're doing great, but they're really struggling maybe with a particular objection, or they get all the way up to where they want to introduce the opportunity of what you offer, and they just pause, they kind of freeze. That's where we're giving them that opportunity to role play with a coach, to get that help. That's going to make a big difference. That can raise those conversion rates. So that's another tip as you grow fast, right? You want to make sure that we're equally looking at our different departments. Sales might be doing a pretty good job, but what if we could make it a little better? What if we could convert a little bit better? That means marketing doesn't have to work so hard. So let's spend a little time. Maybe that's your goal, everyone. First quarter 2024, you want to increase those conversion rates. You want to make sure that your team feels confident going into those conversations. Or heck, maybe you want to do it right now. DM us or direct message me or send an email to client engagement at Upleveling Your Business or support at Upleveling Your Business. We will hook you up with one of our coaches and help support you, because that's what this is. We're your partner in building systems and helping grow your teams by helping them train up and have that confidence, because that's going to make your business have to work less hard. Higher conversion rates, less marketing until you want to grow to that next level. But first, we got to build out that legal team or that technical team, whatever kind of company you have. So yes, everyone, this is what has to change as you grow fast. You can't just singularly look over here and forget about everything. You've got to step up as a CEO. You've got to be looking at all the departments, and you've got to be able to be like a fire captain, right? Who looks down and says, oh, we're doing good here, but we need a little more support on this side, right? As a fire captain, you've got to be able to call in the reserves or call in extras. That's who we are. We're the coaches that can come in, support your team, help train them up, give them more solid, stable systems and policies and procedures and checklists and examples and templates, and build their confidence. Because a confident team is going to be more productive. And more productive means they're going to be more profitable for you. So it's a great synergy. And this is why you want to empower your team with some coaching. So I'm here in our home. I opted to do today's live stream fireside. And listen, everyone, I didn't always live in a beautiful home like this. It wasn't always like this. I grew up on a farm, 100 acres out in the middle of nowhere, close to nothing, right? It takes work to get to your goals and to get to your dreams. I wanted to be a lawyer. I did that. I sold my law firm. Then I moved on and I'm now tackling my next component, which is I want to build a massive business that helps thousands and thousands, if not millions of business owners have a better life. And they do it by those systems. I can tell you personally, I went from working 85 hours a week in my law firm business. It wasn't really a business back then. It was really a practice all on my back. And I learned how to write a business plan. I learned how to double my business in 9 months. I rewrote my business plan. I doubled again. But I also learned how to write those systems. I sat endless hours on a couch writing those systems. This is the bonus, everyone. When I sold my law firm business, that was a $100,000 negotiating point. And you don't all have to wait all those years like I did and build. You have access to those. Whether you buy them off of our website or you come coach with one of our coaches, when your team coaches with one of our coaches, they get policies and procedures and checklists and templates and materials directly related to what they're working on. So yes, you could go buy it online or you could work with the coaches. Depends on you, depends on your need, depends on how you work and operate. But we're overall here to support you in the way you learn best and help meet you where you are based on your needs. Because as you grow fast, there are so many components that need to change. So for all of you that are watching this and have seen large growth in businesses, have you seen them just look on one side and only do one thing? No, they're doing multiple things. Give a little emoji, a thumbs up if your experience is what my experience has been, is that when you grow fast, you have to be managing multiple things. And that means you've got to empower each team unit to really step up into their shoes and help self-manage themselves, help run departments. That's what this is about. So listen, everyone, I promised to get on here and share with you some tips. At the beginning of this, I talked about a business plan, a tactical plan that you can calendar out. I talked about you need to be clear on your financials and be a good money manager. You've got to be a good leader. And that ties in with your core values and your culture that you're building. So that's my final tip here, is that you've really got to be intentional about what you're building. If you're not intentional, I promise you, your culture will get built. It just won't be the way you want it. And we generally see a lot of turnover then. So let's be intentional about what you're building, how you're going to build it, the environment to allow people to step up, allow people to grow, empower them by giving them the gift of some training, some role playing, some time with some of our coaches. So get out there and thrive in whatever way you want. I want you to take a little time and be thinking about what needs to change in 2024. What do you need to commit to start doing in 2024 to make it different? And I'm going to just gently nudge. I'm going to say it has to do with some systems and some coaching for your team. That can make a huge difference. So everyone, that's the biggest thing. As you grow, as you are building, you've got to really support your team more. In the beginning, it was your own CEO mindset of growth. But then as you really build up your team, we've got to support that team and build them up so that they really stick around and they really help manage your business with you as a core part of your team. So everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. It is a rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to go back to this fire, maybe read a book for a little bit, enjoy a little time and refresh before I get back at it this afternoon. All right, everyone, you have a great day, and direct message me if you have any questions, or just send us an email and we will get you hooked up with some coaches that will be fitting for what you need to work on. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.